the movie Everything Everywhere at Once, and it having to do with quantum jumping or quantum leaping into different versions of yourself, different versions of your ego within different awarenesses through the mind, basically. Because when you imagine, let's say, a, for example, the Spider Verse, when you imagine Lego Spider-Man picking up the cell phone, going into the restroom, when you see that within your mind, that reality has been created. Now, the thing with quantum science, right? A particle is not actually there until it's perceived or observed. So, with along with emotion too, when you think that this expectation is going to be bad for you, or you think that, what else? What else can we say? When you just expect negativity to come, and mind you, I'm still learning as well. You cannot put expectations on life because the ego doesn't know what it's going through. It doesn't know what it's talking about. Because outside your body, you would not be speaking. That's why when you speak the English language, it's programming into you just moving further away from yourself. And what I mean by that is energetically, right? There is, like I just said, there is no such thing as talking. Talking takes energy. How does energy take from energy? By being in its lower nature, by resonating within your root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, and not ever elevating to the vibration of love. The heart chakra, then you got the crown chakra, but the throat, the third eye, crown chakra. So with this movie, right? For example, you could there are really endless possibilities. I almost said endless impossibilities, but there are endless possibilities to life and to what realities you jump into. Just like in the movie, for example, the lady, I forget her name, but the main character, she basically has to imagine this kung fu martial artist version of herself to be able to gain those skills. And her husband from a quantum universe basically gives her these Bluetooth headphones that are the device that allows you to quantum jump. But basically you don't need the device. The device is already within your mind. The device is basically using your mind's eye to envision, taste, feel, hear, imagine the future that you want for yourself. And that could be in your car, that could be for your career, that could be for your business, that could be the people you're surrounded with, that could be your partner, that could be relationships with other people. And that also goes with living environment too. Like I said, houses as well. If you imagine, or if you envision you having multiple acres of land, or you envision yourself just whatever, content creation, for example. If you imagine yourself making money from content, just because you think differently, just because you think within your own vibration, just because you're authentic to yourself, it's something that a lot of people don't have for themselves. So automatically you are magnetic. And that's why I begin to understand why I get so many stares when I go out into public. Yeah, I understand I look good. I understand the tattoos that I have, are meaningful, right? I got leaves right there for Mother Nature. And right here, I get it's the as above, so below, but it's the divine feminine within a tree, basically, within the vibration that you embody when you meditate, or when you just remain calm with yourself within your chaotic nature of your ego. But getting back to the movie, or documentary, I should say. Basically, yeah, this technology, these Bluetooth headphones, are what allows you to quantum jump into different verses or dimensions. And I'm not gonna get too deep into the movie, honestly, because it's been a couple weeks. I am not up to date with this movie at all. My dog was crying. But I do remember when basically I'll talk about the donut at the end, for example. There was something in the middle that I wanted to mention, but I'm not remembering that right now. So, yeah. If it comes back to me, we'll give it to it. But basically, with this black donut, right? I wouldn't call it black. I would call it infinite because there is no color to it. It's just, I mean, yeah, you could say that. You could say that. There's no line behind that, but whatever. My bad. I'm just rambling. This donut, right, is basically when you go out your body, when you have ego death, or you just have an awareness beyond the ego. Yeah, either way. It's a vibration that I've experienced being out the body. I'm sorry. It's a vibration that I've experienced outside the body a few times only because I'm still getting used to doing mushrooms, but I do smoke weed here and there. Mostly I will drink it because I'm trying not to smoke. But alright, we're still recording. I cut the video because I started rambling on things that didn't matter pertaining to the video, but how to embody these quantum realities, you have to really sit with yourself and ask yourself, am I happy with the current reality that I'm living in? Are the opportunities that I am bringing to myself abundant, prosperous? Are the choices that I'm choosing to do on a daily basis, are these energetically leeching from my energy or giving back to myself? Now that's called being mindful for yourself. You know, like a walk in the park, for example, or go ground outside, or sit with yourself, or create, or research about certain topics that you find interesting or you want to be more open-minded on, or be able to converse about. New words, new perspectives, new hobbies, new things like that. Just exploring things and being able to let go. That's like the major thing here. Being able to let go is where, or detach to attach to what never mattered. Basically, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to have fun when you're putting in the work for yourself. And through that, you'll understand, because it's an understanding. You're going to understand it too and overstand it as well. But it's an understanding that there is no such things as good and evil. There really isn't. Because our divine creator is nothing but love. But that's also a contradiction too, because look around us. I also like to journal as well. I like to journal, and I like to really just talk about, and like, for example, if I want properties for myself, I'll look up photos of properties that I find intriguing, or I find that I would like to live in with my wife. To be real with you, like, we even have a vision board together, and we have a cabin with land and just different animals and things that are life-giving though. No, like, we may have a cow, but not like one to milk, one to love on, you know. And because I don't want to say a pet, because I don't see pets as pets. I see, like, that's just another reflection of myself. So really just another reflection of myself. And no chickens, because I have no reason to harvest eggs. I'm not eating periods, I mean. So, but some dogs, some cats, you know, and I can imagine like a river going through or a lake, or just, I imagine different properties, mountain houses, cabins, for example, beachfront properties, island properties, things like that. If you like, I mean, just really exploring yourself. And you have to detach. You have to detach from the black mirrors, because what awareness you put into the black mirror is always going to lie to you. And you may find truths you may find truths within it, but when you're going on entertainment websites, when you're going on news outlets, you're being fed false narratives. And that's something people are scared or not ready to confront yet, honestly, with themselves. And we have to forgive them for that, because I was like that as well. It feels like lifetimes ago, and it has been. But at one point, I was there too, so it's about moving with love towards that. But there's some really sick shit out here. And some people deserve to die. Some people need to die, honestly. And that's about it for this video. My phone's probably mad low right now. I started this recording at 9%, so that's all. Have a great day, or nights, or afternoon, rising, whatever time it is for you. I appreciate you for watching this video, and I just want to let you know affirmatively that you are on the right path with whatever you choose to do, whatever you feel is your calling, because you create the passions by experiencing. And so whatever it is, tell yourself that I am prosperous in all of my ways. I am prosperous in all of my interests. By day and by night, I am prosperous in all of my interests. And I got that quote from this book about the subconscious, and I forget exactly what it's called, but if you see it, there's a version of it that has like blue lines on it, and it's there's an audiobook of it by Master Key Society. It's called The Powers of the Subconscious Mind. Yes, read that book. Right now I'm reading Everything is Consciousness, or All is Consciousness. It's one of those, and it's